Okay.
What's going on?
I really want to know what are you thinking about sex and love and relationships. Tell me something.
Sex, love, relationships. Really the first thing that comes to mind is we need to start shifting our mindset of how we view sex. Less of a physical action where it's just a matter of going from point A to point B, and more of an intentional action, okay? If you know you really like somebody, for an example, it's okay to take 5-6 weeks to just not have sex, even if that sexual energy is super duper high. Why? Because sexual energy is sacral energy, right? It comes from the base of our spine. In Kundalini, we speak a lot about this. It's the serpent, it's the snake energy, and that energy rises. But if you keep depleting yourself with orgasms by not retaining your semen, let's just say for a man, for an example, you can have 9, 10, 11 orgasms without actually ejaculating, ever. And men most times think, or society, that a man can go from A to B, they get one orgasm, they're done, they're tired. You ever noticed, for an example, when a man does actually nut or has this moment where he explodes, he's done, he's tired. We can now begin to build that energy. We can manifest that energy to be redirected and transmuted to our work life, to healing our love and our relationship with our parents, to becoming more psychic. You have all of these abilities, but at your base chakra, in that sacral, that second orange chakra, when we release, we now become less grounded, we now become less stable, we have more fears around money, we have this anxiety, and we're unable to really love and be as compassionate as we are. So when I look at sex, the way I think about it is it needs to be viewed more as a spiritual practice. Going into it, during it, after it. A healing practice. One of the best tips I can give in the moment is, especially if you're a man, tell the woman you're with that you do not want to explode. You do want to have sex with her, but let her know you don't want to explode, so you don't have to take the pressure all on you, and your partner can help you. And you say slow down, she slows down. You say, look, I'm gonna come out for a little while, and I'd rather just use my oral parts to continue to please you in the meanwhile while I recharge and allow those levels to go down, and then you can go back and continue the sexual practice. If you can find ways to not actually explode, let's just say for a guy, and retain that semen, you will now be able to access your god and your goddess, okay? Men, women, we have both goddess and goddess energy, feminine and masculine energy, and it begins to fuse. The left brain, the right brain, you can bring it together. Actually, putting your hands together is one of the ways that you can bring that left brain, right brain, feminine, masculine energy together. And that's what I really want to say to you. Bring sex less to a physical practice, more into the spiritual roots.
Wow. Thank you. It's so beautiful. Thank you.
You got it. I don't know how long that was.
No, it's okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. My family is from Jamaica, Puerto Rico. I was born in the States. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Left about 3 years ago.
You know a lot about sex. How do you learn that?
How did I learn about sex?
Yeah.
Well, I've had a lot of sex in my life, you know, and I have not always had sex under the best pretense, but it was never under malintentions either. I always had this like caring, nurturing side about me that I really didn't fully understand, maybe until I started learning about the zodiac, and I realized like within my Mars planet, depending on where you are with your astrological knowledge, I am a Cancer, like one of my friends here. And so I had this very nurturing, healing side about me, as well as this like savage side of me, right? And so I was at this war with myself, and the thing is, I've never disrespected a woman. I grew up one woman, I raised my sister, never disrespect women, never disrespected their body, ever. And I'm a very big advocate for, even before I was able to tell you what I just told you now, I was always been a big advocate for, you know, just not being that image that people have of men. And I feel like the image of men globally is tarnished in its own ways, and not every guy fits into that category of he's a dickhead, excuse my language.
Yeah.
And so how did I learn so much about sex? Quite frankly, through experience. This is the reality. But you know, throughout my years, I had sex less and less and less and less and less. I got to the point where I watched porn less and less and less and less and less, to going from, God knows, you know, once a week at bare minimum to 5 times a year, you know, to 2 times a year,
Wow.
to just not having it.
So how do you choose the right woman to be with?
Honestly, at this point now, it's the same way I got to Playa del Carmen, Mexico here. I allow my intuition to take place, right? I'm not always, I have plenty of physical attraction to people I meet, but I'm not always sexually attracted to that person.
Okay.
You know, for me, it has to actually have the mind. If I can't have a conversation with you and I just get this feeling that beyond your body, you got nothing else, then I got nothing for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use and waste my energy. I'd rather transmute that energy into something that is of what I value. So that's really how I choose, where that could just be one time. It could be literally one night. It could be that magical one night. And if the second night, the third night comes, it comes. But if it doesn't, I'll maintain that one magical night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you very much.
You got it.
I enjoyed the interview very much.
Love, love,
Really.
love.
Bye. See you.